What's going on, Moon Gang? My apologies for getting this video out a little bit late today. I had some other things to take care of, but I still really wanted to make an AMC update video because honestly, this stock is looking like a hot tamale right now. In all honesty, if you don't have enough time to watch this entire video, I'm going to be going to basically a couple different things explaining how good AMC is looking at this exact moment in time. So with all that being said, let's hop right into it. Okay, apes, so AMC managed to close the day out at 47.83, which was a beautiful gain of 8.66%. Over the past week, it's up 8%, and from the start of this year until this exact moment, it's up 2,107%. Very strong opening, and then pretty much a wedge, lower highs, higher lows, and right at the end of the day, on a nice volume explosion, we saw a pump to a new intraday high, and the fact that we're seeing all these people pouring in right before the market closes, in fact, this is the 15-minute chart, so in the last 15 minutes of the day, makes me very excited. We're seeing a lot of bullish APES aggression buying right at the end of the day. So that's making me feel pretty good about tomorrow. But before we get into more of the technicals in that, I do want to share this with you. AMC attendance surpasses 2019 levels for the first time during the pandemic thanks to Marvel's Shang-Chi. Check this out. More than 2 million people watch movies at AMC US-based cinemas between September 2nd and 5th, marking the highest number of admissions for Labor Day weekend in the company's history. One more time for the people in the back, marking the highest number of admissions for Labor Day weekend in the company's history. We are smashing records. This holiday weekend also marked the first time since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic that attendance during a weekend in 2021 outpaced attendance from the same weekend of 2019. So right here, this entire rhetoric of streaming movies destroying the theatrical experience, obviously not true. There's new highs, new records. AMC CEO Adam Aron pointed to the new Marvel Cinematic Universe film Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings as the main driver of foot traffic over the holiday weekend. So right there, I like to bring this up. I still don't think AMC is a fundamental play, but things like this are weakening the fundamental thesis for the people who are betting against the stock. Interesting information in this article. I will make sure to link it in the description of this video. But right here, if you watch this video, they actually reported that not only did AMC do well, but in reference to the overall theatrical experience, IMAX reported that this particular weekend was their best September weekend ever. Not just a Labor Day weekend, just for the month of September in IMAX's history. This weekend, clearly people are going to the theater. And I know that's IMAX, that's a different company. But right here, I do think it's good commentary on the fact that going to the movie, the theatrical experience, is clearly not a dead experience. There's obviously some sort of driver that people like to get out of their home, watch these types of movies on the big screens, and now we're beating 2019 numbers, which was the previous normal. So really, obviously, we're trending back upwards to new highs. Very, very bullish, very, very apish. I don't know, pretty exciting stuff. So that was your quick fundamentals. But right here, let's take a look at AMC's daily chart. So right here, I mean, this is the same thing. Nothing has changed. Cup, handle, we're actually, as you're about to see on the smaller time frame, a different cup and handle. But right here, we are knocking on the door for right here about 47, 48. Previously, we knocked it, the start of the cup, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tests. We're following through. Tomorrow, I'm looking for AMC to definitely test, break above 48, 48.30. I want to see a hold above that, then 50. And if knock on wood, if we can get above that, 50 would be a huge psychological breakout. And from there, I'm watching 52, 52.50 is the next major resistance, the area of supply that I'll be paying attention to. So if it's rejected in any of those regions, that's what I'm like looking for to see if maybe if we get up, if there's a rejection, some consolidation, and then hopefully we can form a new higher base and then move to the next level of resistance or level of supply. Just so you know, the closest support is just below 45 today's lows, the previous true trading day's highs, and then also below that we have 42, just so you know where the major levels of support at, just in case there is a dip buying opportunity. But remember, cup, handle, bullish pattern, that's exactly what we saw from March to May. Cup, handle, the explosion in June, and now actually on a different time frame, this is just the handle, this is the 2-hour chart, but now we have a different cup and handle. So we're actually seeing this exact same bullish pattern on different time frames. So the fact that they're all happening in concert together makes me even more bullish, because when we see bullishness on all the different time frames, to me, and maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, remember I'm not a financial advisor, it all adds up to one thing, and I'm just looking for this AMC breakout to new highs. And the fact right here, even the RSI, we're at this level, but now previously, if you look at how high we got up to the 83s. If you're looking at the relative strength index, this baby, AMC, baby, it has room to run. We're still in this range bound reason. Right here, we have the low of basically 40 to 48. So we're here, but we're at the top of the region. I don't know how it's going to react to this. No one does. That's what we'll be paying attention to. But there is an opportunity. We are within striking distance of a pretty noteworthy breakout on AMC. So fingers crossed that tomorrow is a beautiful ape-ish day. In terms of the numbers, today, there was a return of just over 500,000 shares on a borrow of 2.4 million. The short interest is a hair under 19%, utilization 91.4%, shares on loan 118 million. I don't think many people realize that we haven't been at these levels for quite a while. I mean, 118 is what we're at. The last time we were at those levels was literally early June. We've been just trucking upward and upward ever since June 10th, when we bottomed out at 78 million. It just is going higher and higher. Remember, that just raises the proverbial ceiling of where this thing can really go upon a very important breakout, where all the shorts really start to sweat. And just as a quick side note, just so you know, the shares on loan, the average age is about 56 days. So what that is telling me is that they kind of all got in this region. So as soon as the price goes up there, this is my theory, is right now I'm expecting the average short to be in a little bit of a profit. And ever since August 12th here, it's been going less and less and less. And I think they're starting to sweat. They're like, all right, we had this profit, it's coming less. And I think once we get into this region, let's just say, I don't know, whatever, 52 to 63, right in here, I think that's when they mainly created their positions, and that's when their P&L is going to go from a little positive to neutral. And as we keep going upward, it's going to go negative, and I think that's when they're going to start to panic. Remember, fear is a much bigger driver force, emotional driving force, than greed. So this fear of them getting blown out of the water, I don't know. I think what we're going to see is really a huge spike in volume over a couple days, and we're all going to start seeing like big range bars and range from low to high. So kind of like this, of how it just got more and more violent and volatile. If this comes together in this region where they start to pull the ejecto-cedo button, I think there's going to be some problems for them. But that's my theory. Let's see how it plays out. But I can tell you the technicals, to me, the way I break them down, looks pretty bullish at this moment in time. We went through those. One little thing I want to add in here, shout out to Unusual Whales. It's pretty cool to see what's going on when they're the positioning of the flow. You can see where all the big money is flowing. If you want to check it out, there is a link in the description. But right here, the premium. So for today, AMC had a call premium of 149 million, put premium of 41. So the call premium clearly outweighed the put premium. But check this out, bullish versus bearish flow, 54% bullish, 45%. And you might be like, hang on, that's only like off, it's 5%. But usually this is very close. I'm talking 51-49. The fact that it's kind of deviating away, it's not like usually the max I see is like a 60-40 split. So right here, that 5%, like the bulls are running the party right now. So this is important for me to show you between the premium, the call volume, the put volume, and just like how it's all being dispersed. But the bottom line of checking this out, and feel free to dive into yourself, is that the options market for AMC is currently being dominated by the apes, which is interesting because that relates to the entire discussion we have about gamma squeezes. And as all those calls go from out of the money to in the money, and then we see the people who sold the premiums hedging their positions, which really at its most core level just relates to more buying. As we see these numbers grow, especially with the bulls dominating it, these out of the money going in the money, when you put that in a gamma squeeze with a short squeeze, and the fact that, of course, as this starts to rip, it's going to get more and more news, media attention, then we're going to have more FOMO buyers. Honestly, no one can call out a price level, but it's as simple as truly the sky is the limit. And of course, not forgetting about GameStop at all. Just so you know, GameStop, after the market closes tomorrow, Wednesday, September 8th, GameStop will have its earnings announcement. It's going to report how it did in the most previous fiscal quarter. That's after the market closes. So today, tomorrow, I think it's going to all be weird action, not really technically sound. I think people are just jockeying for position to see what is or isn't said in the earnings call, just so you know what's going on there. But in terms of its numbers, the borrow change was 117,000. The short interest is 12.64%, utilization 35, and shares on loan 6.69 million. And let's take a quick peek at its chart. Here's GME. So we had a fake out breakout. It got right above this. It looked like it was getting on this bullish pennant. Fake out breakout, smack back down. But now it's right at support. So I'm very much looking for GameStop to hold this support. Hopefully on tomorrow, like I said, gonna be weird news. It's gonna be a weird day, because people are just, we don't know what's going to be said in the earnings. It's honestly that simple. It's a crapshoot. You don't know what the playout's going to be, and you really don't know how the market's going to react to it. So anyway, I think tomorrow's going to be a bit of a scratch day. Whether it goes up or down doesn't really matter much to me. I want to see the day after. I want to see how the market reacts to it on Thursday, whatever is or isn't said in the announcement. But from a technical perspective, it's sitting at support right now, right at 200. I'd like to see a bounce back abound, and I want to see it retake that region from 212 to 215. But right here, do not sleep on GME. Obviously, don't sleep on AMC. You never know with these things. To me, we're still up. These stocks are up. So I'm excited where they're going. And the main lesson I've learned about AMC and GME over the past 6 months is you cannot count them out. And right now, it does seem like the entire ape community is starting to show a bit of strength. So with all that being said, I would love to get your thoughts on AMC and GME in a comment below. If you want to help me out with the algorithm, you know what to do. And until I catch you next time, for me and Cher, best of luck in the markets.